So remember that video I made about Medellin where I went over my top 5 least favorite things about Medellin? Well, guess what? It's Cartagena's turn. So we're going to talk about my least favorite things about Cartagena, Colombia. So if you're planning on going to Cartagena, your boy got you. I'm going to give you the unfiltered truth about the things that I hated or disliked about Cartagena, Colombia. But let's get it, baby. It's us. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another video. And today, guys, let's get straight to it. We're going to be talking about Colombia, specifically Cartagena, Colombia. Now, I made a video a little bit ago talking about my least favorite things about Medellin, Colombia. I went down the list. So I'm going to do this for Cartagena because I kind of had fun doing it. And now, again, let me repeat. This does not mean that you shouldn't go to Cartagena. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to Medellin. These are just my least favorite things about Medellin, my least favorite things about Cartagena. So you as a person can weigh the pros and the cons and see for yourself whether this is a city for you. Because even though I personally think Medellin and Cartagena are great, fabulous cities, not everyone's going to think the same because everyone's needs and wants and likes and dislikes are way different. So this list are things that I personally didn't like. Maybe there aren't really problems for you, but there were huge problems for me. But let's go over the list. So let's start off with honorable mentions, and I do got my list in front of me over here on my phone. So let's go over the list of honorable mentions that I had. So number one, I had the beaches weren't all that. So the beaches in the mainland, I didn't think were all that. Like Playa Hollywood, all those like beaches in the main Cartagena area, I thought they weren't really all that. I thought they weren't really the prettiest. So I'm not saying all Cartagena is like this, because the thing is, if you go to the Rosario Islands, those beaches are beautiful. So if you go into the islands, the beaches are beautiful. But in the mainland, I wasn't really a true fan of them. I would say stay away from them. You might as well just go into the Rosario Islands. Another honorable mention was I thought the people weren't as nice as the países were. I thought the países were way nicer, more willing to bend backwards for you. Not that they should, but I'm just saying, like, they were super, super nice to us in Medellin. Very welcoming, good hosts. But I thought in Cartagena, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the location we were in or the hotel or the Airbnb we're in, there was a lot of great people. There was also a lot of rude people. It wasn't as welcoming as Medellin was. We met certain people that wanted nothing to do with us, that didn't even want to talk to us. They weren't even saying hello to us, and if we did say hello, they would look at us a little funny. So we went through a lot of stuff while being in Cartagena, and it was just something that we weren't used to. I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be the heat. We're going to get to that later, but I have no idea why people weren't being welcoming. Maybe it's the people from Cartagena are more straightforward. They're more straight up. They don't put up a front, maybe the way the países do. But I just like the way the países treated us better. Another one was I thought things were very, very pricey. In some ways, I thought it was more pricier than Medellin, especially in the tourist areas. Like if you go to these fancy restaurants, which is what we did, and you go to these clubs, it can get a little pricey. In some ways, it can get more pricey than Medellin. Like I don't recall Medellin being as expensive going out to eat as Cartagena, and I thought Medellin's restaurants were better than Cartagena's. That's just my personal opinion.
One moment.
Mira, está hablando inglés ahora. One moment, dijo one moment. Ella sabe inglés.
Inglês. Ai, eu confundo! Tem horas que eu falo português, inglês e espanhol. Minha cabeça fica...
No. I like to battle. You're fun. You're a lot of fun.
So now let's get down to the list. So let's talk about my least favorite things about Cartagena, Colombia. And let's start off with number freaking one. We're starting off with a bang. We're going to talk about the heat over there in Cartagena, Colombia, because I thought it was insane how hot it was. Like I would say in some ways, Cartagena was one of the most hottest cities I've ever been to. Like it was that and Seville were top two from what I can remember, and Las Vegas. And it was not only hot, but it was humid. So it was the type of weather where you'll get out the shower and you'll start freaking sweating. Like it was the total opposite of what Medellin was, or Medellin, where you didn't even have to put an air conditioner on because Medellin was just nice. It was the city of eternal spring. However, Cartagena was the city of eternal heat waves, because that's all it was heat waves. We gave up the mountains for the heat. I'd rather have the mountains at this point. Give me the damn mountains. I'll climb the mountains all damn day, man, with a smile on my damn face. But the heat, I can't do it with the damn heat. Like, I was about to freaking faint from how hot it damn was. Like, I literally would be hibernating in the freaking day because it was damn hot. And even when I went out in the evening, it was still damn hot. I was like, bro, I'm gonna have to carry a portable freaking fan around here. And then on top of that, it's super overcrowded. And you know what? I just answered my own question. Now I know why people aren't as nice as the way they are in Medellin. And that's because it's one, too hot, and number two, too many damn people. Number two, and y'all know my rivalry with the street vendors. And I talked about how the street vendors were super annoying in my last video when I did it about Medellin. But listen, guys, let me say this, and I mean it respectfully, or maybe not really, I don't know. But in terms of street vendors, the worst and most aggressive street vendors I have ever met in my freaking life were from Cartagena, Colombia. These people will not leave you alone. These people will literally stalk you to your house. They'll literally force you to damn buy whatever it is that they want you to buy from them. They'll do whatever it damn takes for you to buy what it is that they need you to buy off of them. If you don't buy from them, they'll curse you off. They'll badmouth you. And I know this because I speak Spanish and I would hear what they were saying. I'm like, not only are you guys super aggressive and annoying, but you guys are disrespectful and uneducated. So I can't stand them. Medellin street vendors were annoying, but this is a different tier of annoying. This is like flat out, I'm gonna smack you. Like, there were points, guys, where I was like, I think I'm gonna end up in Colombian jail today because this guy is testing me. And just when you think you're done with one guy, there goes another guy, and he's there to bother the crap out of you. And then just when you think you're done with that motherfucker, you're like up to here with these damn motherfuckers. Then you'll get the freaking those ladies with the dresses, with the yellow dresses that have those damn things on their head. I don't know what that is. And they'll start asking you like for pictures. Oh, like, take pictures with us. Oh, take pictures with us. Oh, and of course it's not free. They're trying to charge you. So I don't know how much they're gonna charge you, but that's a damn scam. So I'm not gonna fall for that shit. And then once you're done with those damn ladies, you know, after they curse you out, right? Because I've been cursed out by a couple of them in Cartagena. Then you get the final boss of all street vendors. It's those damn freaking rappers, bro, with the damn speakers and the glasses and mics. It's like an escort, bro. Y'all ever seen those boxing fights where Floyd Mayweather or a big boxer comes out and shit, and they're with their entourage and shit? That's the way it feels with these damn motherfuckers. If you're a solo traveler and you in Cartagena, Colombia, and you want to have company, go by one of these dudes, bro. As soon as they see you, they can spot a gringo from a mile away. These dudes will literally be your entourage. They will literally be your background music as you're walking through all of Cartagena. And they won't stop damn rapping until you give them damn money, bro. And then they'll damn shut up. Like, bro, it got to the point where I had to pay them to shut the fuck up because I couldn't stand like to hear their damn raps anymore, man. It was insane. Another thing I didn't like about Colombia were the scams. Now, in Medellin, I know there's scams. I know there's scams anywhere in the world. None of these are exclusive to a particular country or a particular city. However, I experienced a decent amount of scams out in Cartagena, Colombia. One of them happened when I went to a party bus where we paid for the party bus, and then they said that it was going to drop us off at a specific club. But during the party bus, when it was time for us to almost finish it, they were like, oh, we're going to take you to a different club. And I was like, wait, but that's not the club that's on the list. Y'all said we're going to go here, but you're going to take us somewhere else. So they dropped us off at this raggedy trash tourist trap small bar, and all the drinks were overpriced. It was literally to trap gringos, and they would have gringo prices with gringo menus, and that's how they would get you. And guys, be very careful with that, especially with these party buses. I think they call it the Chivas. So be very careful with that because they're gonna say one thing and then drop you off somewhere else. So I know in the promotions they're gonna say that they're gonna take you to the best club in Cartagena, but that doesn't always happen. They might take you to another club that might be paying them to drop people off to keep them in business. So be very conscious of that. Another scam that's very popular in Cartagena is when, for example, we went to the Rosario Islands. And so I think it was the last island. I think it was called Choco. So we're in Choco and they were serving drinks. So we opened the tab with them and we would be calculating it in our heads, right? Even though we're drinking, but we would be calculating it in our heads. And so what would happen is when we would close out the tab, they would give us the tab and it was way higher than what we calculated in our heads. We would confront them about it and tell them, hey, what are these extra fees for? they wouldn't want to answer. And as soon as these people find out you're a gringo or a tourist, they're going to upcharge you. They're going to put mysterious prices on there that you didn't even see before, and they're going to charge you extra because they think you can afford it because you're a gringo. So be very careful with that. The last one I want to talk about, and Medellin is at fault for this as well, but I want to go really in detail with this with Cartagena, is the P for P culture is insane. For those of you who don't know what P for P is pay for play, meaning you pay in order to get the goods, right? Let's just keep it like that. And so this culture is very big in Cartagena and in Medellin, but I thought it was ridiculous in Cartagena. Now, Cartagena, I've heard, has calmed down a bit, especially in the tourist area. So y'all know how like Parque Lleras is like the center for all of that type of stuff. Well, the clock tower was once that, and I heard they cleaned it out. But still, a lot of that exists in Cartagena, to where literally you have all these girls that look good by themselves, just standing around for no reason. What do you think they're doing? They're trying to get clientele. These clubs, same thing. Working women. If you go on Tinder, which it's not recommended to go on Tinder, most of the women, 8 out of the 10 that you swipe on are working women. In fact, I would dare to say that almost 80 to 90% of the women that hang out in walled city and tourist areas are P for P women, because this is what happens is there's a lot of word of mouth that goes down over there. And the economy is really bad in Colombia. The economy is bad for a local citizen out there. If you're remotely beautiful or good looking in Colombia, a lot of them flock to these cities like Medellin or Cartagena. And so what they do is that they sell box. So they sell box, they'll sell it for a couple $100s, and they'll make literally their monthly rent within two clients, literally 2 clients. All it takes is 1 or 2 clients for them to make their monthly rent. And so it's fast money. And so these girls talk amongst each other, say, hey, you know, I get paid this much for doing this in Cartagena or in Medellin. And then it starts multiplying, and you'll start to get a lot of girls flocking to these areas for that reason, to sell box, because it's fast money. So if you see a random woman by herself that's looking too damn good to be by herself, it's for a reason, because that is a P for P girl. Now, I'm not saying every girl's there. Obviously, you got tourists. You got certain people that work there that actually have a job in a grocery store, whatever the case is there. But for the most part, most of the women hanging out there are P for P, and they're looking to get money off of you. So I know to some of y'all, this may not seem like a bad thing. I mean, if it's not a bad thing to you, then Cartagena, Medellin are your cities, right? But for me, I'm a type of individual. I like to be around normal. And I'm not saying these women are bad or anything, bad people. I'm just saying I like to be around normal women that don't sell box. Right? I want to be able to make a genuine connection with a woman. And so when you're in a place where there's a ton of beautiful women like Colombia, where you're trying to snag yourself a beautiful Colombian woman that's a regular chick, good luck with that, because a lot of them sell box. A lot of them are involved in sugar daddy and sugar dating. So the odds of you meeting a genuine great chick, not saying it's impossible, but it's slim to none. You'll have to go to the outskirts of Cartagena to even get that. And of course, I know some of y'all got families. You don't want your kids and your wife or whoever to be around all that stuff, right? So that's another thing. I don't think Cartagena and Medellin specifically are the most family friendly of places. It can be if you avoid certain places, but because of all the P for P culture and all the debauchery that goes on in broad daylight, it can be very hard to avoid it. So guys, that's the list of my least favorite things about Cartagena, Colombia. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? And let me know in the comment section what your least favorite thing about Cartagena is.